Good morning. This is a message about work experience. First of all, to all those students who've handed their forms in, congratulations, well done, and thank you. Your forms are now being processed by the local education authority and they will carry out a health and safety check if it's necessary. But everything is underway. To those people who have organised a work experience placement but have not yet given me the form, please get it to me as soon as possible. We can do nothing until we have that form, and the health and safety will not be organised until we've got that information on the database. And thirdly, to the students who have not organised a placement, please get a move on. In terms of a deadline, we've got until just after the Easter holidays. So I think you should get out there over the next 2 weeks, or in particular during the Easter holidays, and sort your placement out. I have spare forms in the office in the library if you need them, but I'm sure none of you will have lost the original ones that you were given earlier on in the year. But please, get those forms in. There are still places out there. It might be tough, but you can get them if you really want to. You've just got to search. Now, if you want to use the database you can use with the original login that you created with your original password, and that's very personal because there'll be all your details on there, and if you've actually put a form in, then there should be details of the placement that you've asked to go on. If you just want to use the database to search, and there are literally thousands of placements that you can check to see if they've done work experience before, get the contact details and so on, then there is a password and a username and password that everyone can use. It's not personal, but it means you can get on and just use the search facilities. Now, the password, I'll start again. The username is student, just the word student, no capitals. And the password is Tupton123 ? No spaces, and Tupton has a capital T. Now you can log on using those details, and you can use the search facilities within school or at home if you've got the internet. So please get out there and have a good look. Last thing, I've got a couple of placements that might be of interest to students who haven't got a placement. First of all, Hardwick Estates, working up at Hardwick Hall. Now they've got one placement, and it could be for 2 weeks depending on the person, and it could be just based in working with the rangers out into the woods, in the gardens and so on, or if the student had a different preference, you could do some of the other kinds of work, like working in the hall, working in the gift shop and so on. So there is only one placement. If you're interested, come and see me in the library as soon as possible. I've also got a couple of placements working in a hairdresser's. I think it's called Vivian's in Chesterfield, and thereafter students who are possibly interested in hairdressing. But please remember, they don't put you straight on to perms and sets. It would be making the tea, sweeping up, doing a bit of cleaning, working on reception, and hopefully there'd be a bit of hair washing and work with hair as well, depending on your experience. So if you're interested in any of those placements I've just mentioned, please come and see me in my office in the library. You can see me most registrations apart from Tuesday, and we'll follow it up. I will check on your commitment to do it. For example, with the hairdressing placements a year or two ago, I had a student who was very keen, went along to a hairdressing placement, and then decided she didn't like it because she didn't like hair. I think there was a clue in the name of the job placement to start with. So I want people who are really interested with Hardwick, with working outdoors. There was obviously a travel issue there as well, getting to Hardwick Estate. And someone who wants to go and work in the hairdressers, you've got to know what you're letting yourself in for before you go. So please, anyone who's not sorted, get out there, sort yourself a placement. You don't want to be in school during work experience. It's dull, it's uninteresting in comparison with the fantastic opportunities that are offered by so many placements that are still out there for you to fix up. Thanks a lot.